Case number 2503, Cheryl Devlin versus Brenda Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl?
Yes, that's
okay, and Miss Moore. Okay.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, so Cheryl, Miss Devlin, excuse me. I see that you are suing the defendant for $250,000 in damages.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I see quite a few reasons listed. So go ahead and tell me what's happening.
This woman is making my life unbearable, okay? My good friend Charlie, he was the president of our Homeowners Association, and he passed away. And you know, he was very sick. He lived right next door to me. And when he was sick, he told me, please, I want you to take care of this community when I pass away, okay? You be the watchdog, all right? You make sure all these rules that I have put in force are taken care of. And this woman, she does everything against the rules, and I'm sick of it. And every time I keep reminding her, she just harasses me with emails, saying bad things about me in the community. You name it, she does it. And I'm done. Because Charlie, I promised him that I would take care of this community.
Okay. So tell me, what rules has she been breaking?
You name it, she does it. She's trimming hedges that she shouldn't be trimming. She's parking in parking spots that were delegated as guest parking spots, okay? They're not her spots. They're for the community. They're for the community's guests and everything else. This woman walks around like she owns the place.
Okay, well.
And I could go on and on and on and on. But that's just a couple of things.
Miss Moore, go ahead. How do we respond to this?
Speaking of women walking around thinking they own the place and talk about harassment, this one acts like she is the dictator of the Homeowners Association. First of all, she was never elected. Charlie passed away, and this is not the last time I noticed. This HOA is not a kingdom where she just immediately becomes the HOA president. So she's walking around on a power trip just because she's claiming that she was so close to Charlie. And every single day, I get these violations and citations, and not just me, everybody, like the entire community, right? She's going nuts. She is crazy harassing people. She talked about a parking space. I can park anywhere I want to. It's a first come, first serve situation. I work from home. So if I come and I get to the spot first and I stay there because I'm at home, I don't have to go anywhere to work, why should I leave? So just because you looked and then 5 hours later I was still in the same parking spot, how is that a violation of anything?
You're not a guest of the community. You're a resident.
Ma'am, Miss Devlin, what I do want to know is this. Charlie passed.
Yes.
Bless Charlie's soul. Was there a vote to make you HOA president?
No, but he told all of his friends, he told the other board members.
Unfortunately, that's not how HOA works. You have to be voted in as president. Were you voted in as president?
No, I wasn't.
So how are you able to call the shots on when somebody is violating a rule, a HOA, whatever it may be, a law, whatever it is? Who are you to do that?
Well, I'm what you call an implied president. Okay.
Who implied this? Is everybody in the community okay with you doing it?
Nobody in the community said anything about me not being president or me not,
she doesn't understand the English language. She didn't. Nobody implied that she was the president. She inferred that she was the president when Charlie passed, and then she's trying to infer that to everybody else.
So first and foremost, you can't make yourself president. If there has to be a vote, everybody has to agree. So that's first and foremost. Now, when this parking space, because I'm having trouble understanding this parking space situation, because I have the HOA bylaws in front of me, and guest parking, I'm not seeing where a homeowner can't park in guest parking. So I'm not seeing why we are harassing her about parking in guest parking. Can you explain it to me, please?
Well, the sign says guest parking. Okay.
And if guests are not there and it's empty, where does it say a homeowner is not allowed to park in guest parking? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Well, I'm just verbatim going by the sign. Okay. Guest parking. And I've had friends that have come over to visit me before and they don't have a place to park because she takes up the spot.
Because I was there from before. Not because I was kicking anybody out. It's a first come, first served. I was there first.
Guest parking.
So, because the guest parking, ma'am, anybody can park in guest parking, long as it's permissive, whether it's a homeowner or an actual guest. That's neither here nor there. I want to move forward to the emails. What harassing emails? What's happening with that?
You see this? 47 pages of emails to me in bold letters, back and forth. She then copies every single person that lives in the neighborhood to make me look like an idiot. She wants to make everyone hate me. She's evil. Evil.
No, I'm sorry.
So tell me about the emails, because I have the copy of the emails that she sent in. Tell me about why, because I'm looking at the language you use. I'm looking at some of the things you said. Can we explain?
I don't have to make everybody hate her. Everybody already hates her. Okay, I'll just let you in on that little secret.
Sure.
Everybody knows what she's about, and there's other people that I'm not the only one that she harasses. I am not the only one. She harasses everybody, but everybody's either too sick, too weak, too emotionally fragile from losing Charlie. That was hard on our community. Everybody loved him. And they're just too weak, too scared, too emotionally fragile to fight her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just showing everybody this is what I'm saying to her, because she's like a dictator.
No.
She walks around. I can't even go out of my house. I have this severe anxiety that she gives me, because even if I open my blinds, she's looking at me with binoculars.
You should go back to your trailer park where you don't have any rules.
No. That's what we don't do in my courtroom. That right there is unacceptable.
What?
Unacceptable. No, we don't do that. We don't disparage someone, where they're from, where they could be, or stereotype anyone. We don't do that in my courtroom at all. Now, you're pulling out those emails. While I see what she's saying in the emails, I also see what you're saying. And your remarks in this email is unacceptable. It's rude as well. Both of you are being rude to each other in these emails. Now, you are requesting $250,000 in damages. Explain to me, where did we get that astronomical number from?
Well, she has put me down in front of all the people in the community. She's defamed my character. She's made me sick. I'm back and forth to the gastrologist about my stomach problems. I mean, this woman has tried to make my life miserable, and I'm just trying to honor Charlie's wishes. My gosh, I follow rules, and she doesn't know how to follow rules, and she's a troublemaker, and that's why I am suing her for $250,000.
So $250,000 is your medical? Is
medical,
you?
physical, mental anguish? Yes, that's correct.
Do you not understand? You took on this role of HOA president. Nobody told you to do that. You took this role on. Nobody voted you in. Nobody gave you permission. You took on the stress of being HOA president yourself. You can't blame anybody but you. Ma'am, I see that you're counter suing for $15,000. Why is that?
For the harassment, she's the one that comes at me about everything. She actually trespassed on my property, took a ruler like from a kid's school supplies, took a ruler to my hedges, measured them, and then trimmed a few hedges.
Did you do that, man?
Well,
Did you
that's
go in the
because
yard
we
and
have
cut?
rules. You could only have your hedges up to a certain spot. That's on the rule. Again, follow the rules.
See, ma'am,
Don't
this
live in a
is
gated
why
community.
you're not equipped to be HOA president. First of all, there's bylaws. You speak to the homeowner first. You give warnings. You say, hey, this is where your edges need to be. You don't go trim them yourself.
But she didn't respect me.
Ma'am, I'm speaking. That's your problem now. You do not go in somebody's property and just go ahead and do landscaping yourself. You get permission. Hey, I don't know if you need some help, but your edges, they need to be shaved down to this. You give warnings, you give fines. But again, that's how I know you're not an HOA president, because you would be following the bylaws and the protocol when somebody is not following all of the rules stated in the HOA.
Well, I tried, okay?
Tell me how you tried. How did you go to her house? Did you speak to her?
No, not about the hedges, about other things, other violations that she did.
How did you approach her? If she's violating something, give me an example of how you approached her the correct way.
Well, I would send her a nice email, okay? I did try in the beginning, okay? Or I'd knock on her door, all right? But she was just nasty. And it made me nasty too.
So you started off nice and she just was nasty.
I did. I'm usually a
Is
nice
that correct?
person, but she's
No.
just boiled my.
She would daily citations every single day. She was putting a notice on my door or on my car or wherever because she was unhappy with whatever I'm doing, like existing, I guess. She just doesn't like me. I'm not sure why. But just every single day she was coming at me. And it fills me with anxiety and stress and everybody else in the community.
Ma'am, that's not how an HOA president works. That's not how they conduct themselves. That's not how they carry on in their community. You are supposed to be a person that they can come speak to, that they don't have to be scared of, that they can ask questions to. There's protocols to how to speak to someone, to let them know, hey, you might need to do this in your yard. You give out warnings. Then it leads to fines and whatever else it leads to based on your HOA contract. You don't carry yourself. And these emails are atrocious. That's not how you conduct yourself as an HOA president. But I forgot you were not voted as an HOA president, ma'am. That's wrong. Wrong, number one. That's the wrong thing you did in the first place. You didn't get a vote.
Nobody said anything. They let
She's
me
just on
carry
a power
on
trip.
for a
She's just on
year.
a power trip.
For a year.
Ma'am, bottom line is that's not your place. Case closed. It's not your place. You don't get to do that. You're harassing her daily with citations. Are you sitting in your house with binoculars and just waiting for her to move, do something wrong? Oh, there she go.
No.
That's not how that works.
That's not true.
That's way too far. So this
Every
is what
day.
I'm going to go ahead and do because this is not a legal dispute. This is a personality clash. Both of you have been rude to each other via email. Both of you simply do not like each other. Okay. So no direct communication whatsoever except through the HOA board. That's number one. Number two, mandatory mediation with neutral third party. Your violation notices, stop immediately because it's not your place. Please refrain from the sarcastic replies via email. Refrain from it because you're giving nothing but ammunition to her to respond back and forth. Okay? Is that understood between the both of you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Neighborhoods function on cooperation. And right now you guys are not cooperating with each other. Both of your cases are dismissed. Understood? No $250,000 for you. No $15,000 for you. Is that clear? Case dismissed.
Look, I respect what Judge Winslow said and her order. I don't agree with her. But, Charlie, I'm sorry, but I don't want to be HOA president. This is a horrible job. Everyone is nasty. They don't want to listen to me. And you know what? I think I'm going to sell my house and live in a community that's not a gated community and that doesn't have a homeowners association because there are a bunch of bitches living there.
I am so grateful that Judge Winslow saw through her ridiculous, crazy, authoritarian rule of the HOA, which she was never even elected to, that she's just going out of her way to make everybody's life miserable. And I was just honestly defending myself and my neighbors from a bully. That's essentially what she is a bully. And I'm just grateful that Judge Winslow saw through that. And hopefully we can work past this and she can be normal and we can all live happily together.
Look, I respect what Judge Winslow said and her order. I don't agree with her, but Charlie, I'm sorry. I don't want to be HOA president anymore. This is a horrible job. Everyone is nasty. I think I'm going to sell my house and live somewhere that doesn't have a homeowners association at all. I am so grateful Judge Winslow saw through her ridiculous, authoritarian rule over the HOA, a position she was never even elected to. She was just going out of her way to make everybody's life miserable, and I was honestly just defending myself and my neighbors from a bully. I'm grateful the judge saw us through that. Hopefully we can all move past this and live happily together.